Okay, you know what? We'll let you know when the matching pieces are gone, but we're gonna move now to the beautiful bracelet, and the bracelet is stretched, so it's gonna accommodate every wrist size. It's almost 13 carats, and you're getting that perfect, oh my gosh, a third of these are gone. We haven't even really talked about it. That perfect, huge sapphire in the center. That's an 18 by 16 millimeter sapphire, surrounded by the white zircon. Then you have multicolored Tanzanian sapphires, red garnet, zircon, brown zircon, and citrine. So you're getting multicolored sapphires in the bracelet itself. By the way, I happen to love it with the stack of bracelets that we had from the first hour, which we only have a few of those, but those are $129 for all three of them. But this bracelet, this is magical when you look at that, and the fact that this is only $23 and change to get it home, or if you happen to have that HSN charge card, $19.98. I mean, you want to talk about elevating your jewelry collection instantly. Oh, they're just asking me too, if you can use express automated ordering, please do so. Fastest and easiest way to get through, so you'll ensure that you get this, because this could not be reproduced. There's no way, Carol.
They're not going to be reproduced, no. My Serengeti Sunset collection was difficult because we really did have to go through each one of the sapphire slices. I had to literally go through mocha zircons and citrines and fire red garnets in order to be able to put all of this together. I want you to think about what's going on in the world of fine jewelry. Fine jewelry today is about using the more organic, rough-cut gemstones, looking at them in their rough, as opposed to seeing them in high faceted polish as we traditionally know fine jewelry. The sapphire slice, and what's so beautiful about these slices is that each one contains the beautiful matrixing of the natural gemstone. These are slices. What we do is we reel-let facet the top of the slice of the sapphire. So not only are you getting the luster and sheen that comes from a natural sapphire, and these are, the color of these is a beautiful deep red mocha. Every single one of these bracelets will be slightly different because these are natural gemstones that are not heated, treated, or dyed. What you're seeing around the frame or the bezel is colorless natural white zircon, and I've used black rhodium. It's actually a deep chocolate brown black rhodium to give it an estate feel, to give it that earthy texture, that quality like you just went on your safari and you picked up something beautiful back that was your one piece from your vacation. As you look at the ombre of sunset colors in all of the beads that go around the wrist, they look delicate and beautiful and fine, but they are done on something called stretch magic. That is a very durable, elastic jeweler's stretch cord. So if you're wondering to yourself, is this going to stand the test of time? All of the highest jewelry beaded bracelets are done on stretch magic. If you're wondering if this bracelet is going to be able to fit your wrist, you can go from a 6-inch wrist to a 7 3/4 to 8-inch wrist, and this bracelet is going to fit you. It is not one of my bracelets that go really to an 8 to 9. It is more delicate, it is more dainty. It is a bracelet that is meant to be worn like you would wear your bangle, like you would wear your tiny talismans. Never take it off, something that's just gonna add that beautiful warmth of the fire and the embers.
I gotta tell you though, with 177 left, it may not, there's a distinctive chance that this may not make the clock. So if you love it, do give us a call immediately. Try to use express automated ordering. I personally love it back with our set of 3 agate bracelets from the very first hour. The item number for those are at the bottom. I know those are really, really limited, so I can't guarantee that you can get these, but I think the earthiness of it, the organic look of it looks so perfect back together. Look at the stretch, so this is easy to put on, easy to take off. Here's the matching earring.
The earring is so amazing, and I just asked Connie to please show you the earring. The earrings look so good on, but more importantly, they are so wearable. You can wear, when you're looking at an organic faceted gemstone, a slice of natural sapphire, you're gonna wear this earring, honestly, with your jeans, honestly, with your black leggings, honestly, with your cocktail dress, honestly, with your formal dress. Sapphires in their faceted finest forms are saved for royalty. Organic sapphires in these earth colors, these beautiful rusts, whether you choose the earring or the Stretch Magic Bracelet, you are literally bringing home something that is warm and toasty. And honestly, when you wear these colors, these deep reds and these ambers, they make people feel closer to you because of the warmth that they instill. Literally, you're wearing the most beautiful sunset in the world.
Okay, you know what? These will sell out. We actually have more people on board.